Elon Musk tweeted that the electric car company had dropped Bitcoin as a payment option, citing concerns over the cryptocurrency's link to greater consumption of fossil fuels. Bitcoin plunged 17% and dragged down the broader cryptocurrency market. But this issue is not so simple. Welcome to Crypto Vision, your one stop for all things crypto. Before we get into the video, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. With that being said, let's get into the video. According to the University of Cambridge, the annual power consumption of Bitcoin mining is 130 terawatt hours. To put things in perspective, this parallels the energy consumption of Argentina. While the energy consumption sounds like a lot, the question that arises is how much energy a monetary system should consume. How you answer the question will likely depend on how you feel about Bitcoin. If you believe that Bitcoin offers no utility beyond serving as a Ponzi scheme or as a device for money laundering, it would be logical to conclude that consuming any amount of energy is wasteful. On the contrary, if you think that it is a tool to escape inflation and capital control, you would think that the energy is extremely well spent. The amount of energy spent by Bitcoin will depend on the amount of value created by Bitcoin for society. There is an important distinction between how much energy Bitcoin consumes versus its total carbon footprint. Bitcoin mainly uses renewable energy, with the numbers ranging between 39 to 73%, which is twice the total percentage of renewable energy used by the US power grid. A key factor that makes Bitcoin's energy consumption different from that of most other industries is that Bitcoin can be mined anywhere. This enables miners to utilize power sources which are inaccessible for most other applications. A perfect example of this is Bitcoin miners in rural China using hydroelectric energy, which would otherwise be wasted due to low local energy demand. The process of oil extraction today releases a significant amount of natural gas as a byproduct. This is energy that pollutes the environment without ever making it to the grid. But Bitcoin miners from North Dakota to Siberia have seized the opportunity to monetize the otherwise wasted resource. While this is still a minor source of energy in today's Bitcoin mining, calculations suggest that there's enough natural gas in the US and Canada to run the entire Bitcoin network. There are misconceptions in how Bitcoin consumes energy, and it is likely to change over time. Critics talk about Bitcoin's high per-transaction energy cost, but this metric is misleading. The vast majority of Bitcoin's energy consumption happens during the mining process. Once the coins have been issued, the energy required to validate the transactions are minimal. Simply looking at Bitcoin's energy draw and dividing this by the number of transactions doesn't make sense, since most of the energy was used to mine Bitcoin and not support transactions. Since Bitcoin's energy footprint has grown rapidly, people have assumed that it will eventually consume energy from the entire energy grid. There was also a claim that Bitcoin could warm the Earth by 2 degrees Celsius, but there's good reason to believe that this won't be the case in the future. As with most other industries, the energy mix of Bitcoin has become less reliant on carbon every year. In the US, ESG-focused miners have been gaining market share, while in China, the government recently banned coal-based mining in Inner Mongolia, which is one of the largest coal-heavy regions in the world. Many organizations within the mining industry have launched initiatives like the Crypto Climate Accord, which is inspired by the Paris Climate Agreement. The CCA claims to advocate for and commit to reducing Bitcoin's carbon footprint. Renewable options such as solar have become more efficient and will be more viable for mining in the future. Thus, Bitcoin could end up serving as an incentive for miners to build out these technologies. Critics have been quick to point out the increased energy consumption of Bitcoin mining, but the concerns surrounding the energy requirements of Bitcoin are grossly over-exaggerated. Bitcoin's energy mix is becoming less reliant on carbon every year. Bitcoin miners have launched initiatives to reduce the carbon footprint, with clean energy sources like solar becoming more viable. The future of Bitcoin is green energy. With that being said, what do you think about the recent criticism surrounding Bitcoin's energy requirements? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you for watching the video, and please consider subscribing to the channel.